Melbourne Geelong, Saturday night at the MCG. Geelong are 2.5-point favourites. They are unbeaten after all. I don't think they will be after this game. I think what I saw from Geelong, their contested ball, lack of speed. I think with a half-decent defence, Carlton would have won that game. Yep. Carlton's defence has obviously been horrible. Melbourne can play a little bit of defence. I love this entire idea. Call, yeah. The big question here for me is, can Lever and May slow down Jezza and Tomahawk? The problem is, then there's also Ollie Henry.
Gary Rowan's in.
I'm going to say...
Rowan. Yep. Oh, we didn't do the teams for the last one.
Yes. No, that's all right.
Nothing notable.
Is there anything notable? Let me have a quick look at North.
Webster, Wood.
Max King.
Max King is back from suspension.
Mason notable. Wood's back. That's two really big ins for the Saints. Actually,
they do lose Higgins, obviously, to the suspension.
Yep. Biggie out is also huge because you might actually defend now.
Dylan Stevens.
True.
Omitted. Amazing. So Toby Pink, Liam Shields, Jackson Archer, and Jaden Stevenson come back in.
They're horrible ins anyway.
Anyway. All right. But for this one, the Cats bring back Tom Stewart, Gary Rowan, and Jai Clark in place of Brandon Parfitt. Danger, who injured his hammy.
Hammy, yep.
And Mark O'Connor.
Stewart back is obviously huge. Rowan, you never know what you're going to get with him the last year or so, but surely you can find some.
But it's just another player to defend, right? Like he's always going to be an attacking option.
So quick as well.
Add in Gryan, add in Ollie Henry, Tyson Stenkel, Brad Close. That is a great forward line.
Yep.
That's a lot to cover.
I love Ollie Henry. He's awesome. He's great, I hate him, but I love him. We've also got because Ollie Henry just wanged Zach Williams late in that game.
Yes, so you don't like him, yeah.
Look, I was ready to drive down to Ocean Grove.
He hit him, but it was very soft. But
was that the one where Williams flopped?
Yeah, he did flop a bit.
No,
Jim. We got into that last week.
Never flopped. We covered this. He got hit a lot.
Apparently,
it was bad.
By a ghost.
We should have won.
Robbed. Umpires.
Umpires. Yeah.
Fix the AFL.
Anyway.
Monday night games.
This is Jim Bingo now. Talk us through the stats here, stats boy.
Geelong, talking about over-unders, last 10 matches have gone over the total points line, which is pretty interesting. Jezza obviously is a big part of that. He's just been firing goals and you can't stop him. So in the answer to your big question, I think they won't stop Jezza. They can stop Tomahawk. This season he's
Tomahawk will stop himself.
Stop himself because he looks a lot slower this year, which is a bit sad, but he's going to come to an end at some point. And then Melbourne, they've won the last 2 home games against the Cats. So Cats they have a shocking record at GMHBA. They've played a lot down there, but when the Cats have come to the G against them, they don't go too well. So yeah, probably helps your tip. Yeah.
I'm taking the Demons by 16. I think just the speed, Melbourne is such a weird, confounding team.
Very good.
But they keep winning.
Yeah.
And it's just like, all right, sure, keep doing that. Like the way they just smoked Richmond last week. That was pretty
ugly though.
It was. The first half was.
It was a tough first half. I think they bounced back. I think they're just a little bit tougher. I think Geelong finally drop a game here. So Melbourne by 16. Leo?
Cats by 9. I just think Tom Stewart back in is a huge in, especially with Melbourne's forward entries being appalling. So
yeah, they just bomb it in, don't they? Yeah,
Stats boy.
I'm agreeing with Leo. Cats by 5. I think this will be really close, but under a goal I'm going for. And I just think they've got too many, like I think you said during the week on one of our shows, every guy plays their role. You got Melbourne, if you look at some of the lesser guys, they don't play too well. But every single guy, even other than sort of Jai Clark, I'd say he's the only guy that they've sort of brought in where you go, oh, he wasn't very good. Every other guy is getting 15 touches and pretty much hits a target every time. So got to go the Cats. They look awesome.
The Cats do look loaded. I just think this is the one thing where it's just like, a couple of weeks of tough games.
Yeah.
Where they're up in the rain against Brisbane, they go back and forth in a massive game against the Blues.
Yeah. It could go either way this game. It's a very, very close matchup.